What is going on, gamers? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, and today we are back in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 with 8 million musketeers surrounding the castle walls. There are 4 million French muskets in blue over here, and 4 million redcoat British muskets in, well, red, over on the right side. Both sides completely envelop the castle, and we'll be fighting tooth and nail surrounding it and hopefully on the interior of it as well. It should be an insane battle. There are approximately 4 million soldiers for each side, and I'm super stoked. If you guys enjoy these videos, please be sure to hit the like button. It really does support the channel through the algorithm. Subscribe with notifications on if you haven't already. We're working our way towards 500K. You know, slowly but surely trying to get there. And comment down below if you'd like to see some more in the future. Either way, we do have the first volleys of musket fire going on here. Not really any sort of line battle formation or anything like that. None of that jazz. But we do have sort of sporadic firing and things along those lines. You can't really expect them to form up into lines. That would be a really, really cool feature of this game. If it was ever added, like redcoats, if they start engaging in groups, they form up into lines. Same with the Frenchmen, that would be amazing. But that just seems like it would be really hard to implement. I'm no game developer, not even close. But, you know, I take it that would be probably pretty hard to program. I don't know, it just sounds challenging to me. The French over here doing basically the exact same thing as the redcoats on their other side. Their counterpart, their enemy. We shall fight this war for the baguettes, and for the baguettes alone. No one can tame us Frenchmen and our love for stinky cheese and baguettes. It is truly a wonder of the world. Either way, both sides having killed 28,000 of their enemies thus far. Very, very on par with each other, and that's because these two units are basically of the same strength. They have the same weapons, they have the same health. You know, they are a very equivalent army. Of course, in the real world, the British were known for having naval advantages in the wars like the, you know, 7-Year War and things like that. They were much more superior on the seas. However, the French were much more superior on land. They had stronger armies than the British, larger armies than the British, more advanced armies than the British, but the British were very advantageous when it came to the waves, baby. By the way, if you guys were involved in Hurricane Ian, if you got caught in it or anything like that, or you managed to evacuate, hopefully, then you know, I hope you're doing well. I saw some of the footage that just looks horrific. You know, it's really, really crazy what was going on there. So I really, really hope that you guys are doing okay. A few years back, I actually bought a condo in Florida, and luckily it was missed by Hurricane Ian. I didn't buy it alone. I invested in it with a couple other family members as sort of like a little family condo thing. So, you know, luckily the hurricane managed to not miss that, but I know a lot of people weren't as lucky as I was, and they took the full force of that hurricane. I think it was Category 5, I'm pretty sure, which is nothing to scoff at. That's pretty insane. And I think yesterday it was downgraded to a tropical storm, but that was obviously after it made landfall on the first day and was just horrible. So I really hope everyone's doing okay. Who was hit by it? You know, I'm thinking about you guys, and I hope you're doing well. If you were, share your story in the comments. I'm sure, you know, people would love to, you know, send you some love and stuff like that down there. It's not really anything tangible, but, you know, at least it's a little bit of thought that might brighten your day or something along those lines. Either way, back to the battle. Actually, I want to check in on the interior of the castle here, see if anyone's using it. Not really. There's a few Frenchmen going through it over this way, and it seems like they're actually going out to this area here where the British are trying to make use of the castle as well through these breaches in the walls, but they're getting met by a line of those French soldiers over here. So kind of funny, they both had the same idea, like, okay, we better get into the castle here, but the French beat the British to the punch. However, the British, of course, their entrance is right there, so they're able to flood a lot more troopers in. Whereas the French, got to wait a while for their reinforcements to get in there since their entrance is all the way over there. So maybe they overextended a little bit too much, and that French little garrison right there gets ultimately defeated right off the rip right there. And now their reinforcements will have to deal with these British. Oh, look at this, though. They're clogging up the entranceway. That's a good way to do it, We'll have a little skirmish in here. That's pretty cool. I'm glad. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Lag. Okay, we're fine. Hopefully it doesn't lag out. Any French coming through this way? Oh, they just started going through. Okay. Well, there you go. There you have it. What a coinky-dink. Yes, we do have some French moving through here. Sorry, those are British. And we do have French over here moving through as well. So we'll have another engagement through this gate right here, it seems, which should be pretty interesting to see as well. Cool. I'm glad the castle is actually being used, because that was kind of the entire point of this battle, was to have some castle warfare going on and stuff like that. So it's very, very cool that is happening, and we are going to have armies clashing within the castle. Right now, both sides are just about even with a little over 300,000 kills apiece. But it seems like Team 1, which I think is the French, yes, the French have about 20,000 more kills than the British. That is actually a fairly significant amount when it comes to a battle of this size and evenness, even though it doesn't seem like a lot, but it definitely is. So we'll have to see if the French manage to make a little bit of a comeback from that deficit here over the next few moments in this battlefield. And they always could, man. I mean, like, this is such a large battlefield. You never know when someone's gonna start winning and when someone's gonna start losing, and there's so many fronts. I mean, look how large scale this battlefield is. This is a this is a big one, boys. This is a big one, not gonna lie. So hopefully, it'll be a little bit of a back and forth, and we'll get some cool, exciting events and stuff like that. Either way, why don't we go ahead and do a little time lapse of the overhead here of this entire battlefield. We'll do a short one here for the overhead, since there's, just this massive battlefield. I don't think it'll change shape too much during the time lapse, and then we can go into the castle and do some time lapses there as well, which I think should look pretty darn cool. Either way, guys, let's do it. Okay, for some reason during that little time lapse, we ended up in a bit of a lag spike here, which is very bizarre. This keeps happening randomly in the battles now. I don't know if it's a new glitch with Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 or what's going on, but it does seem to happen rather frequently. What if I look at this guy? Does the FPS get back up? We're at like 9 FPS, 10 FPS. Oh my god, we're climbing. No, back to 9. Okay. But then if you look at the battlefield, it's like... No, it's still like 9. It was like 7 earlier, so it is climbing a little bit more, which is good. Okay. I don't know why that happens. Some weird glitch in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 that has now presented itself, which is a bit of a bummer. But I think we can deal with it for this battle, because it does seem to be getting a little bit better as we go. Hopefully it just sort of resets itself a little bit there. Either way, in this gateway here, very laggy, we do have basically the Frenchmen and the British soldiers just caught up with each other right here, just dogging on each other with a whole lot of fire. It's brutal right there in that little gateway, and I'm wondering what other gates. Excuse the lag. Sorry, guys. Oh, I wish it wasn't laggy like this. Oh, it's worse when we move around. Definitely. Over here, it looks like a similar battle going on. We do have some red water pools. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Right here, growing with the Frenchmen. British do not have that problem going on their side, however, which is good for the British, not so much for the French. And then, is there any other little points of contact that we have? Looks like a few Frenchmen are going through the middle there now. Might be looking to flank those redcoats over that way. Could be kind of interesting to end up seeing what happens over there as well. Either way, hopefully this lag subsides a little bit. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to let the game run for a little bit here and just hopefully see that lag subside, and I'll be back in a bit. Right now we're at about 1 million kills for each side, which is definitely very impressive. Glad to see that both sides are fighting their hardest here. And yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so after some time, it seems like the lag has actually subsided. I basically spent that time staring at the floor because then there were like less entities rendering on the screen itself. And actually, both sides are now once again extremely even with about 1.7 million kills apiece, which is absolutely an insane astronomical number. And we've basically got bloodbaths happening everywhere. And actually, this French flank over here could be successful because they're destroying the last of the British over here, and then they could go flank around that way, although they don't have a very large force over here. But that could be interesting to see, although actually more Frenchmen are coming to fill the gap there, so that actually probably won't come to fruition. Oh god, no lag, please. Oh, there's a little lag spike, but it's like semi under control. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't freaking know. What's going on over here? Same fight still happening over this way, man. The body pile is getting larger and larger. It's kind of interesting to see like the two different sides fighting over here. This is crazy. This is a crazy battle, man. I'm glad to see it's evened out again, so it keeps it kind of a mystery as to who's gonna win. Oh, the lag is back and in force too. Oh well. All right, that's fine. While we try to do another time lapse here, it's gonna be a laggy one, but you know it shouldn't make a difference if it's in a time lapse form. Oh, they're taking the ramparts over here, by the way. Oh my god, this is so laggy now. Look at this, they're taking the ramparts. That's so cool. I really like that. Oh, that's really neat. Okay. Yes, let's do a laggy time lapse. I'm thinking of this doorway here. That'd be actually kind of sick to watch. A little bit more of a close-up one for the fight for the doorway. Let's go ahead and do that. I think it should be pretty cool. Alright boys, the lag subsided a little bit, but not fully. Yeah, and then it seems to make a comeback when we look at too many enemies over that way, so we'll look this way. Pretty much the same setup in all different areas, it seems. Although the left over here for the Redcoats is getting absolutely squashed by the French. The French are destroying the Redcoats on the left, and then in the lag area over here on the right, it seems like the Redcoats are squashing the French. So... a little tit for tat right there. Not anything too crazy, I will say, going on. I do like this sort of redcoats sniping across the river towards those French soldiers. Oh look, there's like no lag over this way. Huzzah! Very nice. We like to see that. No lag is a good thing. And some French soldiers returning fire, but not as many. Redcoats seem to be on their snipe grind over that way. And then over here, yeah, very few Redcoats remaining over this way. Probably going to get destroyed pretty soon. Why don't we go ahead and watch the overhead time lapse of this area over here of these Redcoats slowly dying out to the French soldiers. Okay, so that laggy time lapse has resulted in the French breaking through and proceeding to attack a much smaller Redcoat force over here that was splintered off from this back force in the castle. Wow, the castle is so laggy. And these guys are going back here to fight them little bit by little bit, while also sending forces into the castle. Wow, the castle is so laggy. Why is it so laggy? Oh my god. Yeah, that's insane. Very, very small French force, by the way, left alive over that way, too. Absolutely crazy. The French right now and the British are both neck and neck still, which is just ultimately very, very impressive that neither side has necessarily taken the advantage, even at this stage in the game. Pretty nuts. Same situations going on in the castle. Nothing much has really changed here in terms of who's where and stuff like that. So that's pretty much all the same. So I think we're going to go ahead and let this ride for a little bit, and I'll be back when we are a little closer to the end here, but very, very close battle right now. All right, boys, it's been a while longer here, and still got fighting on this little peninsula area over this way with a very small amount of redcoats versus a very large amount of French revolutionaries right there. And then the large-scale redcoat army over this way is still dealing with more French soldiers who keep on peeling off from the entrance to the castle over here and going this way. Now, inside the castle, still that same constant fighting seems to be going on at all places, but I think the piles are getting pretty large. Sorry about the lag. There's nothing I can really do about it. Yeah, the body piles reaching the ceiling. Oh, especially over here. Look at that. That's huge. Also, I don't know what these guys are doing. Floating. Who knows? Who knows what they're doing? But yeah, right now, actually, the redcoats have 3 million kills, and the French revolutionaries have 2.97 million kills. So the redcoats are winning now by a little bit. By not a ton, but a little bit. So we'll see if they manage to continue that lead. It has been a bit of a back and forth through this entire battle. So it's just sort of, you know, who ends up on top versus who's on top at this very point in time. But, you know, they very well could continue that lead and manage to get the Dubski. We'll just have to find out. But, you know, in the meantime, we'll just keep it running for a while. Since it's laggy, I'm going to refrain from doing a time lapse and just let it run. But I will be back with updates, of course, when they're needed. So I'll be right back. All right, so I literally have not moved from this spot, but judging by the numbers at the top right, the French are actually making a little bit of a comeback. I don't know where they're making this comeback from. Maybe it's the flank over here? Since the redcoats are really trickling in over there, maybe that's where they're managing a comeback. But they managed a is it 5,000 or 50,000? No, I think just 5,000 kill lead right now, which is decent enough, you know? That's not too bad, but it doesn't put the redcoats out of the running at all. I mean, the redcoats can easily come back from that. It's, you know, again, a back and forth. We really won't know who actually wins this thing until the bitter end here, which is what makes it kind of fun. So, you know, we'll just have to wait and see, really. And again, pretty much all of the exact same areas are being fought over, except for this lake over here is really funny because I don't know how the redcoats are getting through here, and it's all plugged up and stuff. It's like really kind of crazy what's going on over this way. Wowza. Yeah, still pretty laggy. That's a bit of a bummer, but I guess it is what it is. Oh, look, the French are actually, these are French soldiers. They're flanking around, and they're going to be coming in and hitting these redcoats from the back, too. Ooh, that's brutal. That is brutal right there. Okay, okay. Very nice. Love to see. Why don't we go ahead and try and do one more time lapse over here of these redcoats that are on this little peninsula area over here fighting these French across this lake here. We'll do a broad one so you guys can see the big troop movements that are happening and stuff like that. So let's roll it. So, oh, whoops. Okay, so something kind of interesting I've actually noticed during this time lapse is that the French have more kills now, and they also have more troopers. The musketeers for the redcoats seem to be dying a lot faster from natural causes somehow. I'm not entirely sure how that's happening, but I'm guessing drowning somewhere in this red water. It's totally red water, YouTube algorithm. And yeah, I think it could be, yes, it's over here. I think a ton of them are dying from natural causes. Yep, look at this. Oh, that's so not good. Okay. Yeah, that's why the redcoats have so many less troopers than the French, and that's probably why the French are now coming ahead of the redcoats. Ugh, it makes sense now, man. It makes sense now. Oh, that's rough. So yeah, the redcoats seem to be falling into these traps around here and dying from that. So they only have 380,000 soldiers remaining, and the French have 560,000 soldiers remaining. So huge difference there, and that seems insurmountable. Unless the French start all of a sudden suffering the same fate, which I'm not entirely sure will actually happen, then it's looking like a French victory here in total, which is kind of crazy. That comeback ending up happening like that is nuts. So we'll of course let this ride, but it is looking like a French victory here, so let's keep her going for now until the end. Okay, so apparently there are still 27 of those French, or was it the French or the friggin' other people? Let's see, who's still alive? Oh, there are still 27 French left alive, and the Redcoats won? Oh, I think I got the two sides mixed up. Apparently it was the French who were down by a massive deficit. So the French must have been drowning in these lakes over here. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I always get the teams confused. They need to label the teams. French and Redcoats, or whatever factions they are. That would make it so much easier. Either way, there's 27 French left alive. I have no idea where they are. They're probably glitched in the map somewhere. But still 100,000 Redcoats left alive. Super laggy. So we're going to finish this up pretty quick. But yeah, crazy battle. Super fun. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please be sure to hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. And comment down below if you'd like to see some more in the future. Either way, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.